Special counsel Robert Mueller wants Roger Stone case slow-walked to trial because of vast amount of complex evidence.
Here's a summary of the article.
The evidence collected in the criminal case of President Donald Trump's longtime political advisor Roger Stone is voluminous and complex, special counsel Robert Mueller says. The evidence collected in the criminal case of President Donald Trump's longtime political advisor Roger Stone is voluminous and complex, special counsel Robert Mueller said in a court filing Thursday. Stone has pleaded not guilty to the charges and vowed that there is no circumstance where I would testify against the president. Stone's attorney, Peter Farkas, declined CNBC's request for comment. Stone is accused of lying to Congress about his communications with top Trump campaign officials regarding WikiLeaks releases of information damaging to Democrat Hillary Clinton's campaign. Stone has consistently denied collusion with Russia during the campaign. Watch, Trump associate Roger Stone says he won't testify against President.
This post received a score of 13,069, with an upvote ratio of 91%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Ain't nothing complex about proving false statements and witness intimidation with the texts and emails Mueller has quoted in the indictment. This bit in particular should freak out anyone connected to Stone. Mueller explicitly flagged bank records as relevant to the case, yet no count in the indictment even hints at any type of payment or transaction. Conspiracy cases involving financial transactions are. This action suggests there are more indictments on the way specifically related to Stone, including a likely superseding indictment for Stone himself if he chooses not to take a plea deal.
Is it possible that Mueller is staggering the charges he files? Starting with the smaller stuff and building up. Possibly to encourage people to cooperate or even just to avoid inadvertently tipping the wink to other people who are under investigation for related crimes but are yet to be arrested and charged.
That's exactly what he's doing. Mueller did the same thing with Enron. Staggered the charges out to flip his way up the ladder and holding more leverage over every party he had in front of him.
Mueller is going to have a significant impact on prosecutorial style and procedures in this country for decades after he's done.
Think how many classes on law will orbit this investigation. College kids will be learning about it for years.
And they're also fucked. They all graduate from shitty schools with massive debt and discover that there's already an insanely overcrowded legal field waiting for them. Best case scenario, they work 80 hours a week for a decade or two, then finally join the other 30 or 40 partners at their law firm. I'm a lawyer and this isn't protectionism, because I'm mostly retired now, but I really don't think anyone should be going to law school at this point unless they've had an undying love for the law their entire lives, not because they think they're going to get to work on cool cases.
Hasn't there been a glut for quite a bit now? I really thought this was an issue even like a decade ago.
Since the late 90s to my knowledge, but it's getting more and more pronounced. There are currently over 2 JD holders for every one job opening that requires a JD. That's a horrible ratio when you consider the magnitude of the barrier to entry, 6-figure loans, years of study. It's a split world, too. Ivy League grads with good connections might start at $165,000 a year, and inflate the average salary, but most people will beg for $40,000 a year to try and keep up with their loans.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.